Okay, so I was watching this video by Max A, and I looked at the thumbnail and I was like, oh, hey, looks pretty cool. I want to put myself in that. I was bored, alright, so, I know, it was a weird thought, but I just wanted to make some fucking cool VFX. So, made it, looked pretty cool, and now I'm making my first ever tutorial. Fucking thank you, and you're welcome. Because this is going to be the single best tutorial I think you have ever seen in your entire existence on Earth. So I recorded me doing anything in front of a green screen. It was pretty short, but that's because the wind was like, oh mate. But anyway, like you can make it as long as you care, as long as you want. Like I don't really care. But mine was pretty short because this environment was not optimal for green screen recording, alright? So just bear with me. And if you don't have a green screen, why are you here? Like if you know how to rotoscope, you can do that. But like, mate, get out of this tutorial. So I just brought my footage into After Effects. You're going to go key light. You're going to want to drag it and drop. And then you're going to want to screen color. Bam, you probably know how to do this. If not, fucking watch a tutorial. So you're going to mask out what you don't need. Like all the green screen you don't need. Just play through and see like where it ends. And here we have a little problem, right? Because up here, it's perfect, right? If we go to final result. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. And if your background isn't coming up transparent, you just want to click this little, if you know what I'm saying. And then you don't do it till it's like alright, but if you see down here, it's completely fucked. So, you're just going to want to export this out as like a transparent background. If you don't know how to do that, watch a tutorial because I'm not here to tell you that. I'm here to tell you how to make the fucking good VFX and splendid result. And to be honest, I cannot be fucked to show you that. So like, let's just go next, I guess. Okay, that was pretty boring. I don't like doing keying and shit because it's just boring. It's like 2D images, yeah, nah. 3D, mate. Blender is where all the cool big boy stuff happens, alright? And this is when you're gonna go from, oh yeah, that's a pretty cool VFX shot to like, oh yes, get me more of that, mate. Get me more. So if you want that reaction, just follow this tutorial. So just add in a plane, scale it up a bit. I don't really care how much. You're gonna want to find an asphalt texture. Don't go to textures.com because like their file size is like pretty small. Like you don't have that good. Go to this place. I forgot the name of it. Ambient CG. It's a good place. And you just want to search up asphalt and just find whatever. Yeah, this one works, I guess. Download the 4K one, JPEG, because like, we don't really need PNG. And you're only going to want to import the, what's it called? The color map and the normal map. So, yeah. Okay, so once you add the color map and the normal map, we're going to start making that nice, wet, puddly texture that you can see in the final render. Alright, so let's just quickly add a emissive texture, like just like light, just so we can see what the normal map's doing. And change the render engine to cycles if you haven't already. Alright, so if we put the roughness all the way down on the ground, we can see what the normal map's doing more. So with the roughness all the way down, the normal map kind of just makes it look like wet floors, but we want like puddles around here. It just looks so much more realistic when you do that. So if you put the strength on the normal map all the way down, you can see that it looks like water, like puddles. Let's put it back to 1. And we kind of want that, but like scattered around and all realistic. So the way we're going to do that, add a noise texture. Plug the color into the strength. Let's just go to shading. And you can see what it's kind of doing. Wait, hold up. If you have the node wrangler add-on disabled, quickly enable it, because you can control shift click to kind of see what it's doing. So want the roughness up, I think. Yeah. Detail up. It's like something around here. And scale down. Let's quickly add a color ramp. Cause I'm pretty sure. Right. Just control shift click. Yeah, that's better. Detail up, scale. So you can kind of see what the color ramp's doing around there. If you go back to here, you can see we're starting to get that nice like puddly look. Let's go into render view. Render. And what I'm also going to do, I'm also going to plug the normal into the roughness. No, the color ramp into the roughness. That's nice. So you can see we have this kind of puddle look. And I just realized, I think, yeah, the asphalt texture is really big. So with the node wrangler again, pretty sure just control shift. No, not control shift. I mean, pretty sure it's shift T. Oh no, control T. Yeah, no, it's control T. You can add a mapping and texture coordinate to just change like the scale, and you can also plug that into the normal map. Shit. And then just add scale it down or up a little. It's like 3. Because you don't want it heaps small. Because with the normal map, if you have it kind of big, but like not noticeably, you can see the nice like bumps in the asphalt, and it just looks really nice in the final render. So keep that, and if we look here, should be looking nice. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright, so let's add the light, I guess. We can delete this. Add mesh cube, I think. Scale it down. Well, actually, you can do whatever shape you want. I'm just doing what the thumbnail look like. This is just to make like a cool cinematic looking thing. Like you don't have to copy the thumbnail. Actually, I'll put it in the middle, cause yeah, and then just put the emission up to whatever color you want. But this is one thing. Don't put it all the way up here, cause if you look here, no matter how high you put the strength, it will always have like a color. So you kind of want it to be like in the middle of what color you want, like of the wheel. So, and that way it comes out white, but it just looks so much nicer. So I might have like some blue, red, or whatever you want. I'll just do like the same color as I did in the render. I'll just put this back. Actually, I might scale it down a bit because I just realised if this is our whole ground, it's gonna be pretty small. Alright, there. So we got this down. That looks nice. Now we need to add the green screen in. Oh, and then we'll do some compositing and shit, and it'll just look fucking nice. So we need to import our footage as a plane. And if you don't have this add-on enabled already, quickly go edit preferences, quickly enable it, and it's called import images as planes. So just import your footage, your keyed out footage as a plane, and we'll just scale it. Rotate X 90 and then Z 90. Perfect. And we'll have to scale. No, not frick. We're gonna have to put the location up, scale it up a bit. Alright, so let's just set up our camera quickly. So add mesh. No, not mesh. Add camera. Put it in we'll just place a rough, where we would want. This is a little helpful tip. Go into the orthographic view, I think it's called. Might be wrong. Control or 0. And then you can go open up the tab, view, lock camera to view, and come and position it into whatever you want. And pretty much just scale this to whatever looks right. And if you want, you can move the light, just make it kind of set out the scene a bit. And you might be thinking, why don't we add the vector to window? Because if we go here, just see how you can see the reflection of his legs and it looks all nice. If you, here. If you change the vector to window, there's no reflections. Oh wait. Oh wait, so there are reflections. Never mind. Why aren't we doing that? Oh yeah, I remember. What's it called? I shot my footage too close to me, and I want kind of a nice high field of view or low. Wait. Yeah, on a low field of view, just to have that nice look. And you can't really do that with the window. And also it's just trust me. I'm just gonna change this back to that, because see here, it's just nice. Can't really describe it. And you can kind of change it to whatever thing you want. You can place the camera where you want and it changes with it. You just want to make sure it doesn't look 2D. You can kind of hold up. And you kind of rotate it and stuff to make sure it's perfectly facing. Here's pretty the way it's rotated right now is alright. Maybe a little bit here. No, yeah, that's pretty good. So just move it to where your foot kind of just touches the ground. And if you see this, because it's footage, right here, it's you can see here. See how it's hovering above the ground, and then here it's not. Well, it kind of is actually. Just push it down a little bit. Yeah. So to fix that, we're just gonna add a keyframe location. I'll just move that to here, like when my foot leaves the ground. And then when it touches the ground, I'm going to have this keyframe. I'm going to add a keyframe where this is touching the ground as well. Insert location. So if you look here, perfect. It's always touching the ground. And you'll see this foot the whole time, it doesn't really touch the ground. Actually, I'm going to fix this keyframe because this, I feel like it's a bit too... So now, yeah, the whole time it touches the ground, it's just nice. And this back foot, the whole time it's hovering. Like, you can see the reflection. The whole time, like, it's not touching the ground, right? But we can fix that in After Effects. Actually looks pretty good. But what I did do is I put the rough... No. I added a color ramp. And I kind of just made it all the way black, like... Just make it pitch black. It just looks nicer in the final render. And I also turned the roughness all the way down. Which, you might be thinking, it's like a mirror then, pretty much. But you can't see it from this angle and it just kind of makes it pitch black and I don't know, it just looks nice. If you have any better ideas, like, you can do that. Because, I don't know, this is pretty relaxed tutorial. Just giving you the idea to make something cool. Alright. So we pretty much got him down, I think, like already. Oh yeah, that's right. Just make the last keyframe like whereabouts the footage ends. 223. Wait. No, that can't be right. I'll just make it 220. Just to make it a rounder number. So there. Well, yeah, beautiful. Starting to look better. Have that nice reflective floor. And yeah, it's starting to look better. Let's just make sure the floor doesn't end before. No, yeah, we're in the clear. Beautiful. So now, wait, we're gonna add some mist. This will slow down the render time a little bit, but it just makes it so much better. So you're gonna add a cube, just scale it the whole, like around the whole scene, and just delete the principal shader. And we'll just add a volume scatter. Is it surface? You can see it here. No, I'm pretty sure it's in volume. Yeah, here. And we'll just make it like something really small, 0.1. Yeah, and if you look in the final render, see, it's gonna look pretty freaking noisy. That's why you just make sure you have the denoiser enabled. Yeah. And also, actually no, we'll do the render settings like once we're ready to render. But yeah, it's looking nice. Actually, I think we're ready to render pretty much. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, beautiful. Alright. So render settings. Change the like render max samples down to like something low, like 65. Because with the denoiser enabled, like it's 65 is a nice level. Go to color management. Change the look to very high contrast. It just makes everything look so much more nice and like cinematic. change the gamma down, I think, and the exposure up. To just kind of just play around with these levels until like you reckon it looks nice. Oh, bro. Oh, yes. Look at that beautiful, beautiful scene. Wait, let me just do something. Cube. I'm just gonna scale it up on the Z-axis because. And also, if you want, like, you can. Like, if in the render you can see. Like, where the ground ends, you can scale it up and then scale down the textures and just play around with that until it looks good to you. Because it's your render. You can do whatever you want with it. What did I just add? Oh, no, not this. What is that? So, you have the mist. Once the render's over, the mist isn't as extreme. It's just, like on the first samples, the mist looks really heavy. So yeah, right now I might change the camera focal length. No, the depth of field I'm in. No, focal length. Did I say? I think this whole time I've been calling it depth of field. I'm in focal length. Damn, that's annoying. Alright. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this splendid scene. And you can kind of move your video around. It's like, I kind of like where mine is, but yeah, that's actually fine. But you can kind of move it to wherever you want the guy to be. But I kind of like where mine is at the moment. And yeah, let's just render this out. Only render the image at the moment, and then we'll go in the compositing tab, add some glare, and then we'll be ready to render the animation. Alright, so the render is done. Go on the compositing tab now. And use nodes. We'll quickly add a viewer node. Viewer. Now you can see what it's doing. And pretty much all I'm gonna add is a glare. And I'll plug this into the viewer. Change streaks to fog glow. This is pretty much up to you what you want. Size. I'll make the size maximum and then put down the mix a little. No, that's too much. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that. Beautiful, eh? And now, we've got that. Save out your work. And render animation. Make sure you've selected an output. And then we'll go into After Effects. Alright, so we're in After Effects. Import file. You're just gonna select the first image. Make sure PNG sequence is enabled. And also make sure the frame rate is what you want it to be. Pretty sure I made mine slow-mo because mine was 24 frames. I shot in 50 frames per second, but because the footage was so short, I wanted it to be slower, so 24 frames per second. Now you can see it's nice and slow. So you can see the problem. You can see this foot is hovering and this one isn't. So how do we fix that, you ask? I don't know. Yeah, got ya. Yeah. You thought the video ended. Got ya. Alright, so I lost my train of thought. Alright, so the foot's hovering. To fix it, it's pretty easy. We need to deselect this. Add a mask. Wait. We had it kind of small shape, and see the fill. You select the shadows down here, darkest point like there, and then with the fill you just select inside the thing, and there you go. So this is what I want. When my foot goes right behind here, this is where I'm gonna start the mask. And pretty much all we're going to be doing is just playing around with keyframes and that. Wait, let's go into pen. Edit, undo. You go shape layer, context, shape 1, path 1, shape I think. Alright. I'm gonna quickly change this to this. Alright, wait, edit. You're just gonna connect the shadow to the foot. This is a pretty time consuming process, like gets pretty boring, but we'll have a good result. So we'll put it to here. Like don't connect it just yet. Like don't connect it to the foot just yet because it's not touching the ground yet. Move this. Also, wait, edit, undo. We'll also go transform and add keyframes on the position. We'll just move this down to like here. Alright. So, I might skip through this part because it's pretty self-explanatory. You just move and then you select pen tool and just edit it. Okay, I think I'm done. It might look pretty bodgy from up close if you see this. Oh, it looks alright. Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, see, it looks pretty bodgy. But if you zoom out, no one will notice. And if you're really that concerned, you can like fix it up. But look, right now, looks perfect, pretty much. Looks around. Yeah, here. Spot on. And we're gonna add one more thing. Alright, so when I was making this, I found this cool Volumetrics pack. Like it has like a bunch of dust and assets and shit like that. So let's find it. Yeah. So oh no. No. So import the Volumetrics freebie. Oh. Inside the Volumetric Freebie, select dust, and just add the swirly dust and subtle dust. Actually, get rid of the swirly dust. We don't need that. And then when you insert here, make it above like all the layers. We're just gonna want to scale it down because it's 4K, I think. Yeah, it's messing with my head. I'm used to Premiere Pro. So just scale this down. I'm pretty sure because it's 4K. Yeah, just change it to 50. Change the scale to 50 on the dust preset. I'm not sure if I already said this, I forgot, but I'll have the link in the description for the like dust and stuff download, just so you can get it. And if you don't have these settings, you have to click this toggle switch modes and then go mode screen, and now you have all this nice dust and it just looks really, oh yes, looks nice. And yeah, so we are done, I think. You can add some sound effects or like color correct in DaVinci Resolve, but from here, it's all you, mate. It's all what you have to say, or what you want to do. So, I wish you luck, and if you haven't subscribed to Max Hay yet, go subscribe to him. I wouldn't have came up with this idea if it weren't for him. And mate, oh wait, one more thing. If you look really close, wait, just focus really hard. Yes, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I might make more of these. I don't know. If I come up with a new idea, I'll make it. And this was fun. I'll see you in the next video. Laters.